So, have you ever looked at Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and just wondered, what does it actually take to fuel a body like that? Well, I'll tell you, it's way more than just a diet. It's a whole philosophy. So let's break down the mindset behind all that muscle.
Everything, and I mean everything, starts right here with this quote. This one piece of advice came from his father, who was a professional wrestler himself, and it is the absolute bedrock of his entire life. Get this, he learned it when he was just 5 years old. It has literally shaped every single meal he's had since.
So what does that actually mean in practice? Well, think about it like this. On one side, you've got eating for pleasure, right? That's about cravings, taste, what feels good in the moment. But on the other side, you've got eating for function. You're eating for fuel, for performance, for your health in the long run. The Rock lives 100% on that nourish the body side, and that one distinction explains all the crazy discipline that we're about to get into.
To put that philosophy into action, he becomes what you'd call a true creature of habit. He's even said it himself. His diet is very consistent and, yeah, very boring. He will eat the exact same meals every day for weeks, sometimes even months straight. It's got nothing to do with variety. It's all about finding out what works and then just executing it flawlessly, day in and day out.
Okay, so how does this philosophy actually play out on a daily schedule? Well, it's all built around his famous 6-meal-a-day plan. That's right, 6 meals every single day. This isn't your normal breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's a constant, steady stream of fuel for his body. The strategy is actually pretty brilliant because by eating these smaller, nutrient-packed meals all day long, he never really feels hungry.
Of course, you might be wondering how anyone could possibly maintain this schedule while also being one of the biggest movie stars on the planet. And you'd be right. He has a massive support system. He's got a whole team of chefs, an advisory chef, and a strength and conditioning coach all working together. They're the ones calculating the macros and prepping his meals no matter where he is in the world. That's how he keeps things so consistent.
Now let's look at what's actually on the plate. If you look closely, you'll see a pattern emerge. Meal 1 kicks off with eggs and a lean meat, like bison or steak, plus some oatmeal and fruit. From that point on, it's basically a rotation of the same formula. A lean protein like chicken, fish, or buffalo, paired with a complex carb like rice or sweet potatoes, and always some greens. It's a simple, powerful formula just repeated all day long.
All right, so beyond all the macros and the strict meal plans, there are some really interesting rules and preferences that kind of give you a glimpse into his personality.
Okay, so with all that chicken, fish, and steak on the menu, what do you think is his #1 absolute go-to protein?
Buffalo. Yep, it's lean, it's powerful, and it's a huge staple in his diet. He even has ground buffalo mixed into his omelets for breakfast. And you gotta love this quote, because it just shows off his sense of humor. For a guy who's so disciplined about carbs, he admits to having a complicated but wonderful relationship with bread. It's a great little reminder that even The Rock has a human side. All right, let's run through a quick-fire round of food facts. His favorite carbs? That's easy. White rice and sweet potatoes. The best food smell in the world to him? Anything sizzling on an open flame grill. And there's one unbreakable rule. You are absolutely not allowed to eat in his gym, the Iron Paradise. When he's in there, it's all about the work.
So after all that incredible, strict discipline comes the legendary reward, the epic cheat meal. And let me tell you, this is not just a little snack, it is an event.
His ultimate comfort food is a massive cheeseburger, and he's got a specific way of building it. You start with a big, solid bun. Then comes a double patty. After that, you layer on the bacon and avocado. And of course, you absolutely have to have a giant side of French fries. It's just pure, earned indulgence. But oh, it does not stop at burgers. On cheat days, all bets are off. He loves what he calls fun sushi rolls. Double dough pizza, with pineapple and bacon, mind you. And of course, he goes for sweets like cookies and crumb cake. It is a full-on feast that makes all those weeks of discipline totally worth it.
So, now that we've looked at the intense discipline and the incredible indulgence, you have to ask, what is all this for? What's the real endgame?
And here it is, right from the source. The physique, the strength, looking like a movie star, all of that is just a byproduct. His #1 priority is longevity. It's all about building a body that can perform at an incredibly high level for as long as humanly possible.
And that brings us perfectly full circle. The lesson started with his dad when he was just 5. They kept going as he learned about disciplined training and nutrition. And today, he applies that entire lifetime of knowledge with one single focus: longevity. It's a mission that literally started in his childhood and now defines his entire life.
So, as you can see, The Rock's diet isn't just about getting bigger or stronger. It's all driven by a really clear and powerful purpose. And that kind of leaves us with one final question to think about. What's the why behind the way you eat?